Hi, and welcome to Chunking to Fluency. Today, we're diving into a true Independence Day short story told slowly and clearly in English. Then you'll hear 15 useful chunk phrases and learn how to use them naturally in real conversations. So sit back, listen carefully, and shadow along to improve your fluency one chunk at a time. Are you ready? Here goes.
Independence Day, a short story by Chunking to Fluency. It was the 4th of July. Fireworks lit up the sky, sizzling and bursting like a chorus of liberty in every direction. The smell of grilled hot dogs, sparklers, and summer air filled the neighborhood. Jake, a proud patriot and history teacher, had just finished raising the American flag in his front yard. He wore his usual stars and stripes shirt, a tradition he never skipped. His niece, Emily, ran up to him with a question that sparked a memory. "Uncle Jake," she said, eyes wide, "why do we celebrate the 4th of July with fireworks?" Jake smiled. "Good question. Did you know fireworks have been a part of the celebration since 1777? But there's a lot more to Independence Day than what most people know." As they sat together on the porch, Jake began telling her surprising facts about the 4th of July that she had never heard before. "Believe it or not," Jake began, "we should technically be celebrating on the 2nd of July. That's the day the Continental Congress actually voted for independence from Great Britain." Emily looked confused. The Declaration of Independence wasn't officially adopted until 2 days later, on July 4th. John Adams thought July 2nd would be remembered forever. He even refused to celebrate on the 4th. Emily blinked. "So, we're 2 days late every year?" Jake chuckled. "Exactly. But the date stuck because the final wording of the Declaration was approved on July 4th, and that's the date printed on the document. Now here's a strange and patriotic coincidence," he continued. "Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and James Monroe all died on July 4th. Emily gasped. Even stranger, Jefferson and Adams died on the exact same day, July 4th, 1826, exactly 50 years after the Declaration of Independence was adopted. "That's creepy," said Emily. "Or symbolic, maybe," said Jake. "Two founding fathers dying on the golden anniversary of American independence? That's patriotism woven into destiny, if you ask me." Jake pointed to his old bronze replica of the Liberty Bell. "And most people think the Liberty Bell rang on the 4th of July back in 1776. But it didn't. It most likely rang on July 8th when the Declaration of Independence was first read to the public." "Why on July 8th?" asked Emily. "Well, the document had to be printed and distributed. Once it reached Philadelphia, the public reading was held at Independence Square." "So much for overnight delivery," she joked. Jake grinned. "Yeah, but it was still pretty fast for the 18th century. Now here's another one for you," Jake said. "Way back during the Revolution, people used the word patriot, but patriotism didn't really catch on until much later. Back then, they spoke more about liberty, freedom, and the cause. He looked around at the red, white, and blue decorations in the yard. Today, patriotism means waving the flag, honoring those who fought for freedom, and remembering our shared values. And believe it or not, Jake said, not all Americans were thrilled about Independence Day in the early years because some loyalists still felt tied to Britain, and for decades it was just another day. What changed that? Emily asked. Jake nodded. The War of 1812, when the USA fought Britain again, people started looking at the 4th with a stronger sense of national pride. It became a celebration of unity and survival. The sun had begun to set, casting a warm golden hue over the family's annual patriotic gathering. The big show was about to begin. Jake led Emily to a little lookout that he had built for this very occasion. You know, Jake said, this holiday isn't just about fireworks and barbecue. It's about remembering that our freedom came at a cost, that the stars on our flag represent real struggle, that liberty once won must always be protected. We have so much to be grateful for. A burst of fireworks cracked through the air. Everyone looked up. Red, white, blue. Each explosion echoed with the spirit of independence. Emily reached up to hold Jake's hand. Thanks for the stories, Uncle Jake. I didn't know history could be this cool. Jake gave her a wink. Freedom isn't just cool, it's powerful. That's why we celebrate with light, sound, and stories that keep the spirit alive.
To raise the flag. To raise the flag. To raise the flag. Jake got up early to raise the flag. Jake got up early to raise the flag. To raise the flag is more than just a physical action. It's a powerful symbol of respect, unity, and national pride. In many countries, raising the flag marks the beginning of ceremonies, school days, or national holidays like Independence Day. The act often honors those who have served or celebrates a shared identity. So when someone raises the flag, they're not just hoisting fabric, they're lifting up the values that the flag represents. To wave the flag. To wave the flag. To wave the flag. The children began to wave the flag excitedly. The children began to wave the flag excitedly. To wave the flag is a joyful and expressive gesture often seen during celebrations, parades, or patriotic events. It's a way for people, especially children, to show their enthusiasm and love for their country. Waving the flag connects individuals to a larger sense of belonging. Whether it's at a sports game, a military ceremony, or the 4th of July, waving the flag is a small action that speaks loudly. The fireworks light up. The fireworks light up. The fireworks light up. The fireworks light up the sky at night. The fireworks light up the sky at night. The fireworks light up describes a vivid and exciting moment, usually during a celebration like Independence Day. Fireworks brighten the night sky with color and energy, creating a shared experience of awe and joy. This phrase captures both the physical light and the emotional excitement that fireworks bring. It reminds us how traditions can ignite wonder in people of all ages. Independence Day. Independence Day. Independence Day. Independence Day is a patriotic national holiday. Independence Day is a patriotic national holiday. Independence Day refers to the national holiday celebrated on July 4th in the United States. It marks the anniversary of the country's independence from British rule in 1776. The day is often filled with fireworks, parades, family gatherings, and expressions of patriotism. Saying Independence Day immediately brings to mind freedom, history, and a proud national identity. Declaration of Independence. Declaration of Independence. Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4th. The Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4th. The Declaration of Independence is the document that officially announced America's break from British rule in 1776. Written mostly by Thomas Jefferson, it boldly stated that all people have rights like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Today, it's one of the most important symbols of American freedom and democracy. When you hear Declaration of Independence, think of the moment when a new nation was born. The Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell rang a few days later. The Liberty Bell rang a few days later. The Liberty Bell is one of the most famous symbols of American freedom. It was originally used to call lawmakers to meetings, but it became iconic when it rang after the Declaration of Independence was first read publicly. Known for its large crack and rich history, the bell now represents liberty and justice. Even though it no longer rings, its message still echoes. Independence Square. Independence Square. Independence Square. They read the Declaration at Independence Square. They read the Declaration at Independence Square. Independence Square is the historic location in Philadelphia where the Declaration of Independence was first read to the public. It's part of what we now call Independence National Historical Park. This is where ordinary people first heard the powerful words that shaped a nation. When you hear Independence Square, think of a crowd standing still, listening to history in the making. To fight for freedom. To fight for freedom. To fight for freedom. Many patriots fought for freedom in 1776. Many patriots fought for freedom in 1776. To fight for freedom means to stand up for the right to live free, free to speak, to believe, and to choose. In 1776, American colonists risked everything to gain that freedom from British rule. The phrase still carries deep meaning today, reminding us that freedom isn't free, it's earned through courage and sacrifice. Every time it's used, it honors those who have defended liberty. Sense of national pride. Sense of national pride. Sense of national pride. Parades inspire a strong sense of national pride. Parades inspire a strong sense of national pride. A sense of national pride is the feeling you get when you're proud of your country. It often comes during holidays, ceremonies, or moments of shared success. On Independence Day, this pride shines through flags, music, and unity. It's a reminder of where we came from and what we stand for together. The annual patriotic gathering. The annual patriotic gathering. The annual patriotic gathering. We attended the annual patriotic gathering as a family. We attended the annual patriotic gathering as a family. The annual patriotic gathering refers to the yearly tradition where people come together to celebrate their country, usually with flags, music, food, and fireworks. On the 4th of July, these gatherings bring families, friends, and neighbors together in the spirit of unity. It's a chance to reflect on freedom, honor the past, and enjoy the present. Every year, the gathering renews a shared sense of belonging. Our shared values. Our shared values. Our shared values. We celebrate our shared values every 4th of July. We celebrate our shared values every 4th of July. Our shared values are the beliefs and principles that unite a community or a nation, things like freedom, justice, equality, and respect. On Independence Day, people come together to honor those ideals. Even if we're different in many ways, these values remind us what we stand for as a country. They're the foundation of true unity. A celebration of unity. A celebration of unity. A celebration of unity. The 4th of July is a celebration of unity. The 4th of July is a celebration of unity. A celebration of unity means people coming together despite their differences. On Independence Day, Americans of all backgrounds celebrate as one nation. It's a moment to focus on what unites us: freedom, hope, and history. Unity is the heart of what this holiday represents. A proud patriot. A proud patriot. A proud patriot. Jake is a proud patriot and history teacher. Jake is a proud patriot and history teacher. A proud patriot is someone who deeply loves and respects their country. They don't just wave the flag, they care about its future and honor its past. Jake, as a history teacher, shares that pride by teaching others about freedom and sacrifice. Being a proud patriot is about living the values you believe in. The Continental Congress. The Continental Congress. The Continental Congress. The Continental Congress voted for independence in 1776. The Continental Congress voted for independence in 1776. The Continental Congress was a group of representatives from the 13 colonies who met to decide the future of America. In 1776, they bravely voted to break away from British rule. Their actions led to the Declaration of Independence and the birth of a new nation. When you hear Continental Congress, think of the leaders who risked everything for liberty. To rumble in the air. To rumble in the air. To rumble in the air. The fireworks began to rumble in the air. The fireworks began to rumble in the air. To rumble in the air describes a deep, rolling sound, like thunder or distant fireworks. On Independence Day, that rumble signals excitement and celebration. It fills the night sky, creating a sense of power and awe. This phrase brings sound into focus, helping us feel the moment, not just see it.
Thanks for joining us today on Chunking to Fluency. If you enjoyed the story and learned something new, then don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share, comment, and notification bell. We'll see you next time. Until then, keep chunking to fluency. Be blessed.